Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse Remaster was released on March 9th, 2023. Now that some time has passed, I wanted to take a look at the numbers. The reason for this is to show you where Fatal Frame stands in comparison to other games. But before that, I wanted to talk about an article that reveals that Mask of the Lunar Eclipse was remastered due to the Maiden of Black Water remaster doing so well. What exactly does that mean for the series going forward? That's what we are here to talk about in this video. If you are new to the channel, I have covered Fatal Frame news for a few years now, but we also cover countless other topics, and let me just name some of them. Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden, Cyberpunk, Tomonobu Itagaki, RPGs, horror games. I do reviews on anime, but lately I've been hitting you with the old school anime. Does any of this sound remotely interesting to you? Maybe you should subscribe, I don't know. But I won't waste any more of your time, so let's dig into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Ryofu and you are watching The Gaming Harbinger. I would like to start with an article that came out on September 18th of 2022. This article states that the sales for the Maiden of Black Water remaster were so significant that they decided to do a remaster of Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Guys, what have I been saying in my past couple of Fatal Frame videos? We have to show them that there is an audience. It's that simple. Guess what? We have clearly shown them that. On March 8th of 2023, Nintendo Life did another article that includes an interview with writer and director Makoto Shibata and producer Yutaka Fukaya. Fukaya-san seemed pretty transparent towards the end of the interview, stating that if fans can show there is a demand for more Fatal Frame games, they might be able to meet that expectation. They are literally telling us to support this remaster and they will make or remaster another game. I know there are some that are seeing this as stating the obvious, but I feel this is more detrimental to a AA game as opposed to just some AAA game not hitting its 8 million mark. Now let's briefly speculate on what this could mean going forward. I don't think they will remaster another game after this. I think after this it's either going to be a remake or a brand new game. I really can see this being the point where they remake the first game. They don't have to worry about the story. Just focus on making the controls tighter, add a few new modern mechanics, and focus on the graphics. If they make a whole new game, on the other hand, it's gonna require a new story, new ghosts, new mechanics, or a complete overhaul on the gameplay, on top of having to have prettier graphics. This is where I can see a remake just sounding less stressful. That doesn't mean it will be easy, but it does mean there are some things they won't have to worry about. And in case you're wondering, I don't think they would do remasters of the original trilogy. I don't think these two remasters that just came out are leading them to just porting over 20-year-old games, which is, in other words, the original trilogy. I could see them porting those games over later, but I'm assuming it would just make sense that it would be at a discounted price. It would not make sense for them to be full price. So I'm willing to bet that the next thing we're going to get is either a remake or a reboot, or it's going to be an entirely new game. Now, also in this same article, they mentioned that Mask of the Lunar Eclipse was more of a challenge to remaster. Now, I may talk about this in greater depth in another video, but this remaster looks way better than the original game. If you have never played it, which I know a lot of you haven't, I have my very first Fatal Frame video that has footage from the Japanese Wii version. And my last video that was news related that came out last year, that video also has footage from Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. And you can tell the character models look night and day. So I am very pleased with this remaster. You can see that they put some work into this. I think with Maiden of Black Water, it was more about improving performance and giving a slight boost in resolution. So Mask of the Lunar Eclipse does play identical, but it just looks way better. Now this last section of the video, I would like to share the numbers for the first week in this last and final Nintendo Life article from March 16th of 2023. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse held the number 4 and number 7 spot on the Japanese charts per Famitsu. The Switch port sold 10,712 copies, and the PlayStation 4 version sold 9,031 copies. Altogether, that's 19,000, almost 20,000 copies. Now, some of you might think that's a low number, but it isn't. These are physical sales, and this is only in Japan. In fact, total sales of the original were 70,000. That might not sound like a lot, but that's only in Japan because it never came to the West. So I am very confident that this remaster will easily surpass 70,000 copies. After more time has passed, I will make another video with the numbers for the whole quarter. Remember, Maiden of Black Water Remaster did about 340,000 copies in 2 months. So I'm hoping this does about the same, if not better. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Please let me know what you think down in the comments. Aside from that weird bug, I am enjoying the remaster. And I have to say this, and I apologize to those of you that are sick and tired of hearing this coming from me. You guys that love Fatal Frame and are not buying it because it's digital, that's a big mistake. Your plan will not work. I think the only way you could stick it to them is if you buy the physical release on Play Asia. That way you're getting what you want and you're kind of skewing the numbers and they don't know where that sale is actually coming from. But remember, you not buying the game isn't going to convince them to do a physical release. It's going to convince them that no one cares about Fatal Frame. That's it. I'm not saying this to piss anyone off. I'm saying this because deep down, I know you want to support it and you want to play more Fatal Frame games. So let's please get back to that. Anyways, I have beat this dead horse again and again. So I do want to say thank you to every last one of you that have watched my videos, every last one of you that have bought the game on Play Asia, Nintendo's eShop, PlayStation Store, Steam, Xbox. We are so close to locking in another title. So we just need to do a little bit more work, and I think we got this in the bag. Thank you for the support. Peace out.